Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm in a different setup today. I'm not gonna lie, I fucking hate it. I normally record all my videos in a different location to this, and I've set up my new, well it's not new, I've had it a year, my camera that I have had for a year that I've been avoiding using because it seemed too complicated, but I am going to use it. So I've set it up and you're just gonna have to bear with me while I figure out the lighting and figure out how to make the background slightly more interesting than it is right now. But thank you so much for joining me. If you are new here, my name is Sophie Waddington, and on this channel we talk about mindset and manifestation. So please remember to come and subscribe if you've not already, and like this video, leave me a comment, it will help me loads. So today I want to talk to you about moving from a place of desire into a place of detachment, because this is absolutely key when you want to bring something in from your imagination into your 3D reality. It's really important that you understand this point of transition. Sometimes we are led to believe that we need to have this desire constantly. We need to be like obsessed with the thing that we want. We need to be constantly just thinking about it all the time. But that's not really the case. If you always stay in a state of desiring something, energetically that is saying, I don't have it and I want it. So we sometimes get confused about how we're supposed to use that desire, because there's a lot of talk about desire in the manifestation world, but it is misunderstood. So when we are deciding what we are going to consciously create, we want to be choosing something that makes us feel super excited, that is out of our ability to imagine how it would come in. So it needs to be super expansive and exciting and something that lights you up and gets you emotionally charged about it. But then once we understand what that thing is, then we're working on moving into a place of detachment, because the desire is just the indicator that that is something that you can have. It's something that you already have, just on a slightly different frequency. Our job then is to tap into that frequency of where it exists for us in the 3D. So we don't ever want to be desiring something and then just thinking, oh my God, I wish I had that. That'd be so nice. I love it. Oh my God, I really want one of those. I want one. I want one. I want one. I want one. Because when we're doing that, we're saying, I don't have it. And the nature of the law of assumption is that you have to assume that you already have it. And when you already have something, you are naturally in a state of detachment. So if you look around the room at all the things that you've bought, there will have been a time where you desired that thing, even the simplest things. So I'm looking at Jessica, my little bearded dragon, and she is in her lovely glamorous vivarium over there. She's staring at herself in the I've put some of this like insulation stuff up to keep her extra warm, and it's slightly mirrored, and now she just likes to spend all day staring at it. So I'm looking at her, and at one point that vivarium was just in my imagination, so I didn't have that because I hadn't yet adopted her. And I was so excited, and I was like, yes, I want a bearded dragon as a pet. She is super cute, I love her, I'm definitely having her. And then I was detached from it because it was already, I'd made up my mind I was having it, and then the process unfolded of building a vivarium and putting her in my living room, and here she is. So I am not attached to thinking, I really want a bearded dragon called Jessica. I really want a bearded dragon called Jessica, because she's here. I already have her. So the natural state of having something is to be detached from it, because it's normal for you. It's normal for you to have that. The decorations in my room, the mirror, the couches, the rug, everything about the things in my room, at some point I have desired those things, and then now they're here, I'm detached from them because they're a normal part of my life. And the same with the bigger things. There was a point where I really desired to run my own business, to be able to leave my job, to not work like 9 to 5. And now that's a part of my reality, because I changed it from a desire into a space of detachment in order for it to come in to my reality. And now it's normal. So I just want you to really think about the thing that you are desiring and the thing that you want to consciously create. Where are you right now? Are you in a space of just wanting it and thinking about it and like obsessing over it? Are you in a space of thinking from that place like you've already got it? And so you're in that space of calm and that natural detachment. Detachment itself is very misunderstood because this is another word that you hear all the time when we're talking about manifestation is you have to detach, you have to detach. Detachment is not just not caring about it and thinking, I don't even want that. I'm not even bothered about it. Of course you're bothered about it. It's the thing that you desire. But detaching from it is accepting that it's already yours. So you are not detaching from the desire, you're detaching from the lack of having it. That's what you're actually detaching from. You're moving from the space of I want into a space of I have. So, an example of this, and one that I always use, is if you are ordering something from Amazon, you might be thinking, oh, when I get home tonight, I'm going to order that thing. I really, really want it. And you order it, and that's it. You detach from it. You are looking forward to its arrival, but you're not thinking, oh, have I got it? Have I got it? You're not going into your Amazon account and checking and double checking and tracking it and seeing, have I definitely ordered it? Because the moment that you click buy, it's yours. You know you've already got it. If somebody said, do you have one of them? You'd say, yeah, I've got one. Because you've ordered it. It's already done. The decision is made. And that's where you need to focus on moving from when it comes to the things that you want to consciously create. Because when you are thinking of something and you are just putting it on this pedestal and thinking, oh, I really want that person, I really want this money, I really want that house, I really want that car, that job, you are saying, I don't have it by saying, I want it. So, one of the teachings of Neville Goddard is like a little story called You Are in Barbados. And I have talked about this before, but I'll just briefly tell you what it is again. So, Neville Goddard had family in Barbados and he really wanted to go and see them, but he didn't have any money or any means of getting there because this was quite a long time ago now. So, his friend Abdullah, who taught him everything he knows about the law of assumption, started to explain that he needed to already believe that it was done, that he was already there, that he was calm about it, that it was finished, that was it, it's already done. He was in a state of gratitude for it. He wasn't in a state of wanting. So Neville Goddard went away and he did what Abdullah said and started to think, I'm already there, I'm already in Barbados. And then after a little while, he would get frustrated and he would start questioning, thinking, no, I'm not in Barbados, I'm still here, I'm not in Barbados. So he kept going round to Abdullah's house and saying, I'm doing all the things that you've told me to do, but it's still not here. Like, I'm not going to Barbados. I don't have any tickets. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go. And Abdullah would literally slam the door in his face and say, you are in Barbados. And Neville was getting like slightly offended because Abdullah, his friend, just would not discuss it with him. He kept saying, you're in Barbados, and shutting the door, refusing to discuss it with him. But Abdullah was doing him a massive favour by doing that because he was preventing him from getting into those conversations of lack and of saying, I don't have it, where is it? And trying to rationalise and figure out and do all of these things to explain why it wasn't there. He would just point blank refuse to discuss it and told him he's already there. So after a while, Neville got the hang of it and got the message, and he started to just accept that it was already done and he was going to Barbados and he was already there and everything was all done, and he was just happy that it was done, even though he saw no evidence in the 3D. He was moving into a state of detachment. And then his brother contacted him to say that he wanted him to come and see the family in Barbados and that he had bought him a ticket. Now, Neville had said that he wanted to travel first class, and this ticket that his brother had bought him was third class. So he went over to Abdullah's house and he was super excited and he's waving this ticket about saying, I'm going to Barbados, I'm going to Barbados. My brother's paid for my ticket, he sent it over, but it's third class. And Abdullah knew that he wanted to travel first class. So he shut the door on him again and said, no, you are in Barbados and you travelled first class. And Neville at this point was obviously just really excited that he was going to Barbados, and he was less and less bothered about going first class. But when he got to the day of travelling and he went to get on the boat, they upgraded him to first class because he assumed that he was travelling to Barbados first class. And that was one of his biggest teachings, was that You have to be in that state of detachment. You can't be looking for it, checking for it, wondering why it's not here. You can't be in that obsessive wanting energy, because that is the very thing that is keeping it apart from you. So when you feel like you need to keep checking in the 3D, understand that in that moment, and I talked about this actually in my last video as well, understand that in that moment you are actually damaging your manifestation, because you are saying, I've not got it. You might not be saying that with your words, but you're saying that with your thoughts and with your actions and with your feelings. You're saying, I've not got it. And everything that you think and feel is being reflected in your 3D without exception all of the time. So if you keep switching from I've got it to, oh, I've not got it, I've got it, I've not got it, you're going to have this constant push and pull that, oh, have you got it? No, I've not got it, I've not got it. So it's always reflecting back to you what you are dominantly assuming. You must stay in that state of detachment. As soon as you get the desire, use that as your indicator of what you want, and then decide it's done. And that's it. You don't go interfering, you don't go checking, you don't go having conversations with your friends about why you've not got it, or trying to explain, or saying, oh, I feel like it's on the way, or I've had a sign. No, no, stop that. You've got it. That's it. And you live from that place. And as soon as you can do that, it will come into your 3D reality. It has no choice, because you are always reflecting out your assumptions. Everything in your 3D reality is only your assumptions. It's not your friends' assumptions. It's not your parents' assumptions. It's not society's assumptions. It's the assumptions that you choose to accept. And as soon as you accept that you have got your desired item, whether it's a person, whether it's a trip, whether it's the money, whether it's a job, you will have it. The thing that trips you up is keeping checking and trying to figure it out and questioning it and making sure and asking people what they think and looking for signs. Forget all that shit. Forget it. Just decide it's done. Move into a space of detachment. When you are detached from something, it can come in, and you can think about it like this as well. When you are putting your manifestation or your desire on a pedestal and looking for it and checking for it and thinking it's something that's bigger than you, then you are energetically giving it the ick. You are in that chasing energy. You are not in receiving energy. So discipline yourself. Give yourself one solid week where you commit to, no, I'm not going to check it. Every time I have a thought where I think I've not got it, I'm going to correct the thought. I'm going to resist any of the actions that suggest that I don't have it. And you will see that it will come in, because you are moving into a space of detachment. But it's not just doing all the things, it's actually really accepting that it's yours and it's done and you've got it and that's it. And often what happens is you sort of almost lose interest in that thing, and then it comes in because you're so busy focusing on the life that you've already got and enjoying it and being present in it, that you don't give yourself time to be obsessing over something that you think isn't there yet. You've just accepted that it is there. When you are in that state of desire for too long, you are energetically giving that thing, whether it be a person, place, thing, experience, job, whatever it is, you're giving it the ick, babe. You are giving it the ick because you are chasing it instead of being in the energy of receiving it. Why would you be chasing something when you're the creator of the reality? If you're chasing something, it means that you are looking to your outside 3D circumstances to give you some sort of validation. It's you that made them. It's you that created all the circumstances. So why are you looking at them for validation of what's next? That's old news. It doesn't matter what the 3D looks like. You move into a state of detachment, you receive the desire. Simple as that. So, how do you actually embody detachment? Because this is tricky and I don't think a lot of people talk about this. Ask yourself this question: if I already had my desire in the 3D now, what would I be doing with my time? What would I be thinking about? How would I be spending my days instead of checking for it? Go and do that. The real embodiment of detachment is living as if it's already done. You would be focusing on yourself. You would be focusing on your hobbies. You would be getting a fucking life. You wouldn't be obsessing over that thing that you believe that you don't have. that is doing you no favours whatsoever. It is only keeping it from you. So use your desire as the indicator. It's like you're browsing in a shop. You're thinking, what do I want? What do I like? Oh, I like that one. I'm going to go and buy it. As soon as you have the desire, take it to the till and buy it and leave it at that. It's done. It's already yours. Go about your day. So I hope that that has helped you. If it has, please come and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. See you soon.